I do believe I might be live. Is it? Was it? Let me look, see. Just checking. Oh, look at that. I'm live now. So, well, bite me twice. Excuse me. My microphone away. Let's have a bit of a click on that. Just sorting out me, Mike. Don't go anywhere. Stand by, caller. Okay, is that better? Oh, maybe it didn't. Is it streaming? Am I live? I might be live. Am I live? I think it is. I think it is live. Cool, right. So don't go nowhere. I have high level solids, high level liquids. I need to get rid. I shall be back. Well, give it 2 or 3 minutes. It's got high pressure behind it, so it won't take me long. Have a think. If anyone is actually watching, have a think what you want to ask. I'm going to be going over some trades that I missed because of my bloody stupid computer and my graphics card that I've had to change. But anyway, we'll go over some of that. Have a think if anyone's there, and we'll get back in a second. Don't go nowhere. Okay, squidgy people, I'm back. Soft and squidgy. That sounds weird. Why it is so weird. Okay, let me. Sorry if this is boring. I'm just gonna have a faff. Yeah. Okay. So, gain. Do I need gain? Bite it. We'll do that. So, welcome back to Mad Trading. I'm your host, Mad Trader. No one's listening. No one's watching. which is all good. Just so we are aware, it's all gone Pete Tong, it's all gone mad. Into my headset off since the coronavirus. Not only has the market's gone mad, but everyone else seems to have gone mad. They're panic buying so much rubbish that normal people that go to the shops to try and get something can't get anything. Excuse me, whilst I open a tin of loveliness. Can't get anything because everyone's stupidly panic buying. Anyway, because of this coronavirus and my having a small illness, it's man flu, basically. I'm gonna have to bathe in hand sanitizer now because I've got a whole shed full of it. Anyway, because of that, there is there's a lot of stuff going on, and it's a bit weird. It's just all weird. We have oh, that's all gone mad, hasn't it? Oh, what's happened here? Anyway, never mind. It's all gone mad. The market's made a massive gap down, certainly on oil that we're looking at the minute, Brent crude. It did a massive dump. Where's my measure? Let's go from the bottom of that candle down to here. It did an 800 point dump and then continued on for 1300 odd points. And it's recovered back up to only 800 point loss, so that's a treble top if you wanted to look at it like that. Let me turn my headset down. I can hear myself 5 times, that's mad. Yeah, so we have a treble top or a cup and handle. And people on the chatter are saying there's going to be a gap close continuation south. So on the daily, if you look at the daily, there might be a gap close, which will be massive, and then a continuation south. Excuse me. Which would be, not normal, but markets do that. But they don't tend to do it when there's such a huge gap. They'll maybe do double, treble, quadruple top and then fall over, or make double, treble, quadruple bottoms and then shoot back up again. There's always a signal, there's always something, there's always a reason behind it. And obviously, if anyone is interested, there's talk about OPEC and certain countries doing whatever the hell they want to do to try and either increase or, if you read it in a different way, decrease the cost of oil. And there's fors and against for both increasing the cost and decreasing the cost. I know everyone's going to be moaning and they want the price of oil to go down. But if you have the price of oil going so far down, it doesn't make it economically viable to suck it out of the ground. No one's going to do it. Everyone's going to turn off the machines. They're not going to suck the oil. And there's going to be a shortage. As soon as there's a shortage, then you get price hikes in fuel, and then you get the heady heights of Fuelgate, as we did several years ago. I don't know if anyone remembers that. There was petrol stations up and down the country that were hiking their prices so high, there was riots going on on the forecourt. Certainly where I live, there wasn't any. But anyway, regardless of that, there's been a massive gap down. There's talk of it going down to 26, which would be ridiculous. That would be around about the same time as 2016 when it all went Pete Tong. It could fall further. I mean, it's been down as low as 1634. It has been that low. It's touched it and then went back up again. It had a steady 4 or 5 months at around about 19 to 20 So it could continue down. And those of you that are the trend followers, and you have this third, fourth, and fifth touch, it could get down to around about 21.84. Could do. I have absolutely no idea. I have no bias on that at all. All I know is that if we breach the 37.50 point and we get towards 4,000, I'll be looking to take some profits there. We might take some gains. People that do a gap close measure, where's my fib? There it is. Retracement. A gap close measure from the close of one to the lowest of the other, and out it comes. We'll get to around about 50% or 61.8, which will take it up to the 4,000 mark. So if it does, and then it will fall back over again. Excuse me. There are many different ways to trade this. You have to have, and this is my entire philosophy, okay? You have to have consistency in what you do. You've got to be consistent in everything that you're doing trading wise. If you just haphazardly go, oh, that looks like a buy, I'll buy it, and you lose money, oh, why did I lose the cash there? So you have to be consistent. You have to give trades time. If you get into a trade and it immediately goes against you, that happens. It just happens. And whilst that's happening, and you're thinking, right, no, I'm losing money, right, I'm out. If you'd have just given it a couple more hours, it might have, as some do, turned back around and gone in your favour a couple of thousand points. You have to have the money to invest. It's pointless doing this. I say pointless. I've been away for a while. Let's just put, we'll keep it simple. Been away for a bit, and I have recently been talked into starting up another £1,000 account by a friend of mine who would like to learn to generate himself some wealth. So on the side, I'm doing some videos for that, as well as my own family, helping them out. Not that he's only got £1,000, but that's all people see online. It's start with £1,000, $1,000, $1,000 whatever, €1,000, and make $1 million by the end of the year. Can't be done. But what can be done is you can make 10, 20, 30% a month. For £1,000, you could quite easily make £100 in that month, which is 10%. Now, I'm not a mathematician. Not. But 10% a month is 120% return a year. Stick that places and eat it. Because if you're starting out with £1,000 and you're getting 110% return a year, you're going to get £1,100 extra at the end of that 12 months. If you do exactly the same thing with £100,000, after year one, making 10% every month, you'll have more than double your money. It's not rocket science. You don't have to be a mathematician. You just need to be consistent. So consistency, give it time, have the money to do it. Learn with small amounts by all means. But when you're ready, you need to commit. And there's got to be reason. And I've split this up several different times, several different ways on several different videos. The reason is reason for entry, reason for exit, and the reason to trade to start with. My reason is completely different to everyone else's. The chap that I talk to on a semi-regular basis about trading, his reason is not polar opposite, but it's very different to my reason for trading. I'm not trading to get a living. Excuse me. Bloody cold. I'm not trading to get a living day to day. I don't need trading money to live. The trading money, or the money I make trading, goes into several different accounts. It goes to several different areas of my life. For members of my family, it could be for my retirement, it could be savings to buy a boat, it could be anything. Could be anything at all. It's not, I need to pay the mortgage with this. I need to pay credit card bills. I need to send the kids off to whatever school they're going to go to. That's not what I need this money for. I don't need the money. That's not what I'm doing it for. I'm doing it for generational wealth. If I can build up enough money in several different areas, a couple of generations down the line, we'll no longer have to worry. And that comes from my upbringing, from the past life before. I don't mean I was here before. I mean the life before trading. That's taught me a lot. Trading has just continued on that. But your reason will probably be very different. I know Dolphin Dave's is. I know Al Sparky. His reason is very different. And if Al, because I know he's probably working a minute, if you do log on and you ever watch this, Al, I don't know how many times we can say it, but the share that we were looking at, or the share that you asked me to look at, they are probably in a worse position now than when they were when we first started talking about it. That might be a bit cryptic to some, so let me just give you a quick overview. This is UK oil and gas on a weekly chart, and that's a massive move down. That's absolutely stonking. So from, let's be decent, and let's call that September 19. That was basically falling down since September 19. It's been falling down since the heady days of 2017, coming into September 17. This has been falling. And if you knew how I trade, if I've spoken to you about the trading side of it, you would probably know how you would have known to jump on that short side. Thankfully, when Al Sparky was speaking to me, I did jump on it on the short side and made some good returns. But I don't think Al Sparky really realised or understood the actual depth of this. I think some people think, oh, it can't go low, Look, it's bouncing up, I'm going to buy here, and they get in, but no, falls over again. And in amongst this gumph, there is there's a signal, and I don't do signal services. I'm not going to, say, oh, if you'd have followed my signals, you'd have made a load of money. No, there is a signal that I know. I'm sure others know as well. God damn you, IG. That would have shown you go short. And yes, take money now. It might fall over. It could go to nothing, and you'd lose some money. Well, you wouldn't, but people would lose some money. But have some on the background. You don't always have to be in a trade. So be consistent. Give it time. Have money. Don't rely on this for money. Have money to start with. And there's got to be a reason, a 3-reason strike. Why you're getting in, why you'll get out of the trade, that is, and why you're trading in the first place. Now, with all that said, let me have a quick look at one of my biggest losers. I know this is on the small account, but on my main account have manual mechanical trading, and I also have automated trading. The automated trading is very good. It's on daily, 4 hourly, daily hourly, 15 and 5-minute timeframes. And on the 5-minute and the hourly, it's not doing too bad. It's probably 35 to 45% right. I'm not going to pull up all the stats at the minute. I don't know which bleeding screen that would be on anyway. But on the 15-minute and the 4-hourly, it's not doing too well. There was a sell signal, and I'm still short on the DAX on my other trading account. However, if we were to look at the 15-minute, when that massive gap came down, my automated trading system took that as a breakout and lost quite a lot. And then it took a bottom, it saw that as a breakout, and I don't know why, but the stop moved down incrementally, probably the same space as that, and it lost. And it lost on this spike here. Obviously, I'm not around at 3 o'clock in the morning, and the system does it automatically anyway. And then it made a little bit, and then it lost quite a lot as it went all the way down. And it's, I won't go into the hows and whys and why I programmed it that way. It's just, I have done, but as price rocketed down, excuse me, 7:15, and then eventually bottomed around about 7:30 this morning. It took shorts on this breakout. It didn't have chance to move, or it didn't at all move the stop. It needs to see 2 clear candles before it does, that's why. So on this candle, when that candle closed, the stop got brought back down to just before break even. And then it shot back up again. So it needed to move down another set amount of points before it moved again, comparable to the previous candle. It didn't, it shot back up again, and it took me out on a spike. It didn't take me out on this candle, it took me out on this spike up here. It's quite a volatile move. So I've turned it off. I've stopped the auto trading for the DAX at this present moment in time. I might turn it back on again later. Also had a, I think it was Fraser Group, who had a good move there. £32 a point move, actually. And I say that because I was working out my my risk reward on this. Where's the bloody, there it is. Working out my risk reward on this, and my risk, what the hell, my risk would have been probably 44 points ish, and it made, I got out, actually. It's on, this is one of my manual tradings, not automated. Got out at round about 160. I think it was 161, 162 points, something, as it bounced and hit S2. I think, yeah. Yeah, so got out there for a nice increase. And the reason why I did that is because, and it's always on the hourly on this, is because that's an unprecedented move. If it now moves lower, if that were to have a double bottom breakout, so a descending triangle with multiple touches, and it breaks to the south, it's got nowhere to go. There's nothing else for it to hit. So it could just keep on free falling. That's fine by me, and I'll jump on that, no problem. So I made a nice little bit of profit on that. John Menzies, I was looking at earlier. I got out again at 162. Ridiculous. And it's moved down again since 8 o'clock this morning. It's gone down from 270 down to 252. It's a nearly 20-point move in a day. That's ridiculous. This coronavirus is just causing all sorts of issues. Anyway, back onto oil, because that's the biggest mover that we've had. Say we, me. Some time way back over here, there was a signal for me to go short. Well, there's two different ways you could have taken it. You could have taken the signal I use for my mechanical entry, or there's a breakout to the south around about here, and you could have just ridden that down all the way and taken your profit, as you go, no biggie. Then this massive gap, this absolute monster of a gap down, as we spoke about before, which is definitely unprecedented, now giving way to this cup and handle, where you see the cup and then the little handle there. If that were to come down again, which it might do, that's a true handle, and then it bounces to make the third touch and it shoots off back off again. But it hasn't done that. It's done a small retracement. That's probably 38% of these. Well, now let's do it. Let's work that out. Retracement. So from the bottom of that to the top of that, it made, look at that, 38.2 retracement, and now it's going to move up. If you were a Betty man, and we all are trading, can't kid ourselves. That's why it's tax free. You would have put money on that being a bounce back up to the zero, back up to the highs of there. Excuse me, stupid dry cough. Sugary goodness. So I'm, well, on another account, I'm still short, long-term short, as well as gas, which we'll get into in a second. But if I were to get back into this on this account, which is it's only up £508. Yeah, £508. If I were a betting man, I would probably put a small punt on that reaching at least 4,000 and then either bouncing back down again or continuing on to do a gap close and continuation south. Natural gas, that has done the gap close and it will now continue to do the fall over like the French in a war. We've got this major bounce down, so 1735 down to 1687. It's not huge compared to oil, but that's still a big gap comparatively speaking, compared to the rest of natural gas's gaps. I mean, these are the not normal gas, but these are gaps here. These are 1911 good film to 1889. So you're talking, what's that, 20 points, 22 points? Then there's one here from 1857 to 1890. So that's a bit more, that's 40 odd points. But the gaps, well, there's a big one. The gaps aren't as big as oil. And there's good reason, gas is a very different commodity. Very different commodity. And everyone thinks it's all correlated. It's not really. It does get correlated for some strange reason. But it's not really. So now this is a gap. Small dip around. Gap close continuation. I would probably see this if I put a placement. I would probably see that down to at least 61, probably 61.8 before it were to breach these highs at 1762. If it were to do that, remember, oil, OPEC and everybody are trying to say that they want to cut or curb the production and bring the price of oil down to next to nothing. And it doesn't really work with gas because gas is a very different thing. It's a very different animal, and this might now, kick a few things into touch to try and separate it from the oil price. So have a quick look at a couple of others. Where's the? There is. Excuse me, coronavirus. So, hourly, pound yen. Even from just looking at the price action, you can tell that's in a major freefall. So the pound against the Japanese yen is in a freefall. Well, kind of, maybe. We have pound dollar cable. That wasn't a steady up spin on the. That wasn't a steady up spin on the dailies. That's now changed. Look at this candle. It's pretty much, you know, in the centre. Well, you can tell it's pretty much in the centre where it opened. But on the hourly, that's a decent climb up. So from absolute gimp. What is going on with IG today? From the lows of Monday, the 2nd of March, you know, obviously the lows are down here, but I don't look at the candles for a major price zone. I'll look at the body. The major lows, or the price body, body of the price candle, was around about 12,746, and that's moved, shot up 12,746 up to 13,195. So let me just be a complete mup chopper. Let me do a quick measure on that. Now, that's 6 days, 444 points, and that's without, you know, anything else happening. You do, Maiden. I bet it goes black soon. That's that. You know, there's no major issue. We're not going to war. People think this coronavirus is going to be stopping everyone going to the shops. They've all stocked up on toilet paper for some strange reason. I don't really understand it. But even if you are, let's get this into perspective, people. Even if you have to isolate yourself, so self-isolation for 14 days, you still have friends that can drop off things to your door. You don't need to buy 10 packets of 20 toilet paper or toilet rolls. You don't need to do it. You do not need to do it. And paracetamol, who in their right mind goes out and buys, or tries to buy, because you can't, 5 or 6 or 7 packets of paracetamol, or go into the shop, buy your packet of paracetamol, go back out of the shop, go somewhere else, then come back into another different shop, or same shop an hour later and get some more paracetamol? Why? What is the point? You have people who will go and buy things for you and then deliver it to your house. You can have delivery from the supermarket that you use. Excuse me. Or ask a friend. Do you know what, Sloppy Joe? Whilst you're out, before you have your 9 pints and then ride home on your bike, mullered, can you drop off a couple of toilet paper for me? A couple of rolls of toilet paper? Or, and whilst you're there, I'll have 2 kebabs and a 6-pack of fizzy, nondescript Coca-Cola type stuff, please. I'm sure they'll do it for you. Might have to give them a reach around or something, but you know, I'm sure they'll do it for you. Right, that's done ready, and I can't even click on the bleeding thing now. So IG will be getting shut down and restarted. See whether I can get some trader stuff done. But anyway, it's a quick update. There's not a lot on. People are losing money. I don't know why. I don't know how. People are making money. That's understandable. Everything has been falling for the past couple of days. And because of this ridiculous panic about the COVID-19 or coronavirus, and people panic buying, everyone thinking, oh, we're going to go on lockdown soon. Can't happen, won't happen. If we all go on lockdown, country will grind to a halt. Literally, I think I can't remember where I read this, or even whether I read it or whether someone in a lecture was giving it to me. Anyway, if something like 20 odd percent, let's go 25%, I don't know what the actual figure is, but 20 odd percent of the population of Britain, that's England, Ireland, Scotland and Wales, 25% of the population of Britain who work, if they are stopped from getting to work does not get done. So that means, for those of you that are analytical, 25% of your workforce do the majority of the work. The other 75% just turn up and get paid. What it actually means is we have a set amount of people who don't go to work for for reasons. There are reasons why people don't go to work. And if they don't go to work, or if they don't earn a certain amount of money, they don't pay tax. If they're not paying tax, they're not paying into the system. Not paying into the system, yet they're taking money from the system. There needs to be more people working, paying tax, paying into the system to pay for everybody. So when 25% of that population are paying money into the system, now stop paying into the system crashes. It can't handle it. You can't just keep on printing money forever. This isn't a banking crisis. No one's going to go, ooh, have a couple of £1 billion, have that, do that, get some of that down you. They're not going to do it, not for a virus. Stop panic buying. Anyway, because of all that and the price of everything has gone mad, it's not really sensible trading or investing. It's more likely toss a coin, shall I go long or short today and make money. If they'd gone short, you'd have made cash. So anyway, we'll try again tomorrow. I'll get my graphics card because that's playing up now. Don't know whether you can hear this. I'm clicking on stuff and nothing's happening. So I'm gonna see if my software's been recording or uploading, streaming. If not, I'm not going to bother redoing it. It's been a gumph day for training, and I'll try again tomorrow. If anyone wants to listen in or watch. If you do, send me some questions. Ask me to look at something. Ask me to talk about any certain type of trading setup or my trading setup. No one has said to me, "Oh, Mad Trader, can you show me part of your trading setup?" Yeah, no worries. Ask me, and I shall deliver. Anyway, have a disclaimer down here. Oh, that worked. Well, why wasn't it working on that? Have a disclaimer down here, and well, peace.